Alright guys, and welcome back to Yoast Build. So, I'm going to throw a quick little montage in right here at the start of the video after I get done talking, and you guys can see everything we are working on today. And then after that, we're going to get to H22 swapping our budget EK Fake SI. This is going to be our first not so in-depth but decent Honda build on the channel that will be more of a daily driver than anything. This thing, we plan on having AC, we plan on having power steering, and we plan on making decent power. We're not going for anything crazy because we're going to keep this car on a budget. The basic plan for this car is just to have something fun to drive around in that we don't have to worry too much about, because we got everything at a very good price besides the motor mounts, which we can keep those if we ever want to do a swap in another car later on. So we're not too concerned about that. But what we have right here is a H22A that we bought out of a Prelude that they had problems getting running because they couldn't figure out the electrical. It came with a M2y4. It came with the starter, the transmission, the clutch, the alternator, the power steering. It came with everything. I've stripped it down. I took the wiring harness off. I've taken all the extra hoses off, taking pretty much everything off we need to get it in the car. We are still waiting on header and axles, so we won't be able to get the car running and driving in this video. But this video is going to be all about single cam out, H22 in. So the car itself is a clean EK, not SI, but EKEX shell. But it's a very clean in and out. We've spent probably 2 or 3 hours now, literally just pressure washing and cleaning up. Because if you look at the single cam right here, this thing is disgusting. The kid we bought this car from said that he was driving up a hill and it just quit running. But if you look at this piston here, yeah, something definitely broke in the motor. So we have a full transmission, everything we can sell to make money back for what we spent on the project. We plan to have under $2,000 in this car running and driving with an H22. So without further ado, let's get into swapping the H22 into the EK. We already spent all the legwork and pulled the single cam and trans and cleaning off of camera because that stuff is very boring and that's not something you guys want to watch. But let's get to getting the H in the car. All right, guys, so this is going to be the end of this video. We got the motor in the car, we got the driver's side mount all done, I got the passenger side mount all done, we got the rear mount all done, we got the battery box back in, intake manifold, everything is in the car. I hooked up the slave cylinder. While doing that, I actually put a new set of headlights in this thing because the old owner had blacked out the complete headlight and it looked absolutely horrible. I also fixed the inner fender right here where there's a bracket that holds the bumper and everything in place. As you can see now, it's like OEM. So the H is in. We ordered a header for it. We ordered a set of axles for it. We have a factory ECU to go with the factory injectors. The harness is right there. So I'm gonna have to order the jumper harness to go from the OBD2 to the OBD1 distributor. And other than that, we will get this thing up and running as soon as the parts come in, which shouldn't be too long. So H22A, it's a Euro R motor. It's a M2y4 transmission, which is a 5th gen Prelude transmission. A good set of Hasport mounts. Was told it has a decent clutch in it. The distributor looks brand new. A lot of cleaning later, and we have a H22 EK. So in videos up to come, of course, I'm sure I'll have to check the fuel system out and everything like that just to make sure everything is good. The brake system is good. I already, when I had taken the axles out of the single cam, I had checked everything over to make sure all that was good. So I'll probably throw a front lip on this thing, and that's about it. Probably just drive it a lot. Hopefully, once everything is done, we can throw it on the dyno to see what it makes. All it needs is about 200 wheel, 220 wheel, and I'll be content with it. But until the next video, hope you guys enjoyed the content. I know this video is going to be mostly a very long time lapse of us putting the H22 in the EK, but with the COVID and waiting on parts, some things come very fast, some things take a long time, and we had waited on the mounts for a long time. So we at least wanted to get the motor in the car and get it back together so we have a lot more room in the shop for other projects. So if you guys enjoyed it, thank you for staying tuned and watching this long. If you have any questions or concerns about the H, let me know in the comments below, and until the next one, you guys are the greatest.